And hello once again, everybody. It's Thomas, and welcome back to SFF180. It's been nice to be away for a week, but I'm very, very happy to be back. So thank you all for your patience. It is Mailbag Monday for June the 1st, and with a 2-week mailbag, what that means is that I have a stack of packages that is too big and heavy to sit in my lap here. 14 packages overall, looks like, some of them with multiple items, so we're going to get through those. As you may have noticed, if you've been paying attention to the news, there has been absolutely apocalyptic rainfall happening in my neck of the woods, but I have managed to stay away from most of it, not get stuck in it. Thank goodness. Managed to see my mom, see Wink, but also got a great deal of work done for the channel, which feels really, really terrific. Couple of announcements, though. That special event, that special video that I have been teasing for a long time, it is now up. You should go watch it. You should see what's up with that. Also check out some of my new reviews that I've also posted today. I am also making a bit more use of Goodreads now. I really have been kind of neglecting Goodreads, haven't been using it much. To be perfectly honest, I find it to be a very clunky, ungainly website, but it seems like everybody else uses it, and so I'm doing a bit more with it. So if you would like to add me there, friend me there, I have gone ahead and put a little widget up on the main homepage of my channel, so that if you want to friend me, go right ahead, or just follow my reviews. If you don't want to friend me, that's fine too. Also, I'm super excited because next weekend, going to Chicago for Nebula weekend. It is the 50th anniversary of the Nebulas this year. And so I am going to go to that event. Yes, I will be live tweeting the awards. Yes, I will be vlogging the entire weekend, or about as much of it as I think you people can tolerate. So look forward to that next week on the channel. Gonna be a lot of fun, but a lot of work between now and then. Anyway, that's enough yammering. Let's get to these packages, because this is going to be a long mailbag as it is, all right? So let us start very modestly with this tiny little package from the Penguin Group. And this will be an arc for a book called Veiled. The author is Benedict Jacka, and this is the 6th volume in, I guess, a reasonably popular urban fantasy series featuring the character Alex Verus. This comes out in mass market paperback from Ace on the 4th of August. And, well, let's see. I don't want to read too much because, again, this is book 6 of something, but it's an urban fantasy series. Alex Verus is a diviner who can see probable futures, I think they mean. His abilities have saved his skin on more than one occasion, and he's gotten used to going it alone. But now, with Alex's former master back in Britain up to no good, Alex is in desperate need of allies. Okay, I have several of the earlier volumes in this series. You know, the thing about these urban fantasies is they tend to, see how thin, they tend to be really quick, little bits of popcorn reading. So if you'd like me to check any of the earlier books in this series out, leading up to Veiled, let me know. But if you're a fan of this series, you'll be happy to know August 4th is the date for Veiled in paperback from Ace Books in the States. You've already seen me get this in ARC form. This is now the finished copy of The Darkening Child. It's the latest Shannara opus from the ever-reliable Terry Brooks. If you're a Terry Brooks fan, then you'll be happy to know that this will be out June the 9th. June the 9th, The Defenders of Shannara, The Darkling Child. And MTV, of all networks, is premiering this, the Shannara Chronicles. Is a new show that they're doing, I guess, based on Terry Brooks' books. So if you want to get caught up on any of the Shannara books before the TV show debuts, then now's the time to do it. But if you don't, fine, don't. See if he cares. See if I care. See if anyone cares. But The Darkling Child is out June the 9th. All right, and this comes from Crown Books, which is another Penguin Random House imprint. And that package had 2 titles in it. One of them is this. It's called Befouled. It's the new book by Peter Clines. It comes out tomorrow in hardcover. He's the author of the X-Heroes series and 14. The sell sheet here is just loaded with pull quotes and praise. But let's see. Peter Clines, the acclaimed author of the X-Heroes series. Let's see. He brings us The Fold, an ingenious science mystery with a terrifying Lovecraftian twist. Mike Erickson is one of the smartest people in America, and yet for reasons nobody around him quite understands, he's chosen to let the potential of his amazing intellect go untapped, instead spending his days as a high school English teacher in a small New England town. Just as school lets out for the summer, however, an old friend presents Mike with a mystery he can't help but be intrigued by, and one that he is uniquely qualified to solve. Far out in the California desert, a team of DARPA scientists has invented a device called the Albuquerque Door. The machine uses a cryptic computer equation and magnetic fields to effectively fold dimensions, shrinking the distance between them so that a traveler can simply step through a portal to a different location. The invention, teleportation made real, seems like one of mankind's oldest dreams come true. But something, it seems, is going wrong. The personalities of the scientists who work on the device are changing. People are dying. Even reality itself seems to be warping. Ooh, it's that old, Event Horizon vibe going on again. Soon Mike finds himself the unwelcome guest of an eccentric physicist and his hostile research team, all of whom seem convinced that he's there to steal their secrets, and of course more and more complications happen. All in The Fold by Peter Clines comes out tomorrow in hardcover from Crown Books. And the second one in that envelope was Mother of Eden by Chris Beckett. This is actually already out from Broadway, which is paperback imprint. It's the sequel to Dark Eden, which won the Arthur C. Clarke Award, and now this is Mother of Eden. Basically says, in the internationally praised and Arthur C. Clarke Award-winning novel Dark Eden, British writer Chris Beckett told a powerfully human story of a primitive society's loss of innocence in a masterfully evoked alien setting, that of a sunless planet far away from Earth. Beckett now brings us Mother of Eden set in the same haunting world. 200 years later, it tells an entirely new story, that of a headstrong young heroine, whose actions may change her world forever. So, if you love Dark Eden, Mother of Eden is out right now from Broadway Books in paperback. And just more Random Penguin. This is a Random Penguin week. Alright, the legacy of the late Terry Pratchett lives on, and this is the third volume in the Science of Discworld series. This one's called Darwin's Watch. Let's see, with Ian Stewart and Jack Cohen, of course, so, there are other writers, I assume, approved by the estate, are kind of continuing the saga, but it says, when Charles Darwin writes the wrong book and reverses the progress of science, Unseen University's wizards must again save Roundworld, Earth that is, from an apocalyptic end. It says, Darwin's Watch explores the reverberations of major scientific advances on our planet and our culture, the dangers of obscurantism, and the theory of evolution as you've never seen it before. This brilliant addition to Pratchett's beloved Discworld series illustrates with great wit and wisdom how the laws of our universe truly are stranger than fiction. This comes out June the 9th. I know how, some people feel about after an author passes on, other people kind of continuing on their work and their series. I do know that Terry Pratchett made provisions for that to be done, prior to his death. So, this is all going on, and this series, The Science of Discworld, was going on while he was still alive. They had begun it, so I think you can rest assured that this is all, approved by the late, great Sir Terry, and in any event, comes out, once again, June the 9th. The Science of Discworld 3, Darwin's Watch. Oh, a little book from Pyre. Okay, I was not expecting this, and I'm very happy to see it, and it means that I kind of really need to get my ass in gear and read Superposition, of which this was the prequel. This is a new book, Supersymmetry. The author is David Walton. I have sung the praises of David Walton's debut novel before, a fantasy novel called Quintessence. But now, wow, he's already got the sequel to his latest SF novel, Superposition. It's called Supersymmetry. It comes out September the 1st, and, well, again, I don't really want to read too much to give away too much of the prior volume, but it says, Ryan Oronzi is a paranoid, neurotic, and brilliant physicist who has developed a quantum military technology that could make soldiers nearly invincible in the field. The technology, however, gives power to the quantum creature known as the Varkalak, which slowly begins to manipulate Dr. Oronzi and take over his mind. Oronzi eventually becomes the unwilling pawn of the Varkalak in its bid to control the world. That would be a pretty lousy situation to be in, but Supersymmetry, the sequel to Superposition, comes out September 1st, and looks like I need to get on with reading both of these. Okay, looks like we have a tour title in the midst of all of this random penguining. Okay, this is a new novel by Alex Bledsoe. It's called Long Black Curl. It's a new book in his Tufa series. It's already out in hardcover from Tor, apparently. It's a brand new tale in Bledsoe's acclaimed fantasy series where magic is hidden in plain sight and age-old rivalries simmer just beneath the surface. The first book, Wisp of a Thing, came out in 2013. Let's see. Oh, and The Hum and the Shiver. Oh, actually, okay, The Hum and the Shiver was book 1, Wisp of a Thing was book 2, and now this one. Drawing inspiration from Appalachian folklore and the haunting music of the region, Bledsoe spun the fascinating original mythology of the Tufa, a reclusive clan of mountain folk whose historical roots are cloaked in myth and controversy. The books have gained many fans, including a band that has crafted an entire album of music based on the stories and characters. That's interesting. So anyway, Bledsoe now returns to the dark valleys and hollows of the Smoky Mountains in Long Black Curl, a moving tale of music and magic older than the hills. Like I said, out now in hardcover from Tor. These sound really, really nice, so let me know if you would like for me to review these. Oh, another Prometheus Books title. And this is Oathkeeper. It is the sequel, or the second book in a series, I should say, the Grudge Bearer Trilogy. The first book was Grudge Bearer, by J.F. Lewis. I started reading the arc of the first one. It seemed kind of interesting. Let's see. But the Grudge Bearer Trilogy, it's, well, again, book 2, can't really read much so as to spoil too much, but I think the general idea is that there are ancient races that have been long dormant that are now kind of coming back into war. But let's see. Starburst magazine says it's outstanding and one of the most uniquely layered and complex universes since Frank Herbert's Dune. Yeah, that's really all I think I can read here, other to say that J.F. Lewis's bio assures us that he doesn't eat people, but some of his characters do. Well, that's all right then. But Oathkeeper, the Grudge Bearer Trilogy Book 2, comes out next week, June the 9th. Oh my, here's a big old box. Again, from Random Penguin. I wonder. Oh, there's a whole thing on the bottom that I never even looked at before. It's a hint as to what's in here, I guess. All right. Ooh, the mystery deepens. Okay, just a minute. I just want to show you guys how they've packaged this. It's the book. It's in the middle of this, all of this like black shredded paper packing. Never seen this kind of thing before. The dust jacket appears to be clear acetate. It's a hardcover, and yet it says it's an ARC. Who the hell does hardcover ARCs? They must really be pushing this book. Let's see what this is all about. Oh, confidential. P.S. blank, which I guess stands for salad, gets real on page 301. Well, see, now I don't know if I should even remove this from the box or just like mount it on a pedestal and leave it like this, but. All right, I'll take it out. I will take the holy enshrined object out of the thing. Here it comes. Oh my God. Seriously, you guys, since 2001, this is the first hardcover ARC I've ever seen in my life. Good Lord. Okay, Illumini. The Illumini Files by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. First printing of 100,000 copies. Major marketing and publicity campaign. I can see that. Well, let's see. Amy Kaufman is the award-winning co-author of the Starbound series. Jay Kristoff, the award-winning author of the Lotus War series, have joined together to create an innovative and enthralling sci-fi thriller, Illumini, a young adult, comes out October 20th. A heart-stopping, high-octane story about lives interrupted, the price of truth, and the courage of everyday heroes. The first book in a trilogy, Illumini is a game changer. I wince at cliches like that, but hey, I know they're trying to sell the book. This morning, Katie thought breaking up with Ezra was the hardest thing she'd have to do. This afternoon, her planet was invaded. Well, you know, priorities. The year is 2575, and two rival megacorporations are at war over a planet that's little more than an ice-covered speck at the edge of the universe. Too bad nobody thought to warn the people living on it. With enemy fire raining down on them, Katie and Ezra, who are barely even talking to each other, are forced to fight their way onto one of the evacuating fleet with an enemy warship in hot pursuit. So we have an alien invasion that is kind of presented as this thing that's inconveniencing the relationship of a couple of teenagers. That's cute. But pursuit by battleship is the least of their worries. Their fleet's artificial intelligence, which should be protecting them, may actually be an enemy. Uh-oh. And a plague is slowly ravaging the fleet with terrifying consequences. As Katie plunges into a web of data hacking in search of the truth, she realizes that there's only one boy who can help bring her everything to light. And of course, it's her ex-boyfriend, Ezra. There's a lot of kind of visual sort of like gimmickry going on in the book, the way they are constructing the prose. There are diagrams, and then there's like interview excerpts, and it's all, I'm not quite sure how the hell you're supposed to read this, but this is, so I guess this is some sort of new innovative approach to narrative and storytelling. I guess that's Katie. I kind of typed out in ASCII form. And so, let's see. Yeah, like the whole book is kind of like this. It's visual presentation as well as a story in here somewhere, I suppose. All right, well, Illumini, they are really pulling out all the stops for this, so I guess I will give it a shot. What do you think, folks? Yeah, I have to confess to being a little bit gobsmacked by that one, you guys. Anyway, we have a much more modest package once again from Prometheus Books. And here's a young adult title that is being released without all of that kind of gimcrackery and fanfare, but it's Earthflight. Looks to be the third in a series that began with Earth Girl and Earth Star, and this has gotten a lot of good reviews. I'm thinking of a different one that was an Audrey Norton Award winner. In any event, this has been a fairly well-received series, as I understand it, and this is the third one. Like I said, Jara never wanted to be a celebrity. All she ever wanted was to gain some respect for the people left on Earth, the unlucky few whose immune system prevents them from portaling to other planets. Except now she's the most famous Earth girl in the universe, but not everyone in the universe is happy about it, nor the fact she has found love with a norm. Okay? Jara's actions have repercussions that spread further than she ever could have imagined, and political unrest threatens to tear apart the delicate balance of peace between humanity's worlds. Anyway, okay, so this is Earthflight, Book 3 in this trilogy. Any of you who are young adult readers, at least more frequently than I am, if you've read these, let me know what you think of them. But this one comes out September the 8th from Pyre. All right, everyone. Well, let's just keep going with the random penguin packages. This is another package from Crown. Crown is a new publisher relationship that I have just begun, and I'm very happy to be working with these folks. Nice people. Anyway, oh, yes. Okay, this is one that I have been looking forward to checking out ever since I've seen several tweets by people whose opinions I respect saying that this could be an award contender next year. It's called The Grace Keepers. The author is Kirsty Logan. This is already out in hardcover from Crown Books. Came out on the 19th of May. In any way, the world of the Grace Keepers, it says, is not the world we know. Here, humans are separated into two distinct groups: the Landlockers, who inhabit the precious few areas of terra firma left after the oceans overtook the land, so it's a flooded world scenario, and the Damplings, who make their homes on ships that endlessly water the wandering... Let me try that again. Damplings, who make their homes on ships that endlessly wander the watery landscape. Got it. North is a Dampling born on Excalibur, a traveling circus ship that performs each night for the food and supplies the crew survives on. And even among the clowns, acrobats, and other acts, however, loneliness grips at the orphan North, her greatest solace found in the bear that she has trained to perform each night. Meanwhile, on a minuscule island at the equator, Callanish struggles with her own despair. A gracekeeper, Callanish is responsible for performing the burial rites of Damplings. Alone and isolated in a house set among the deep ocean graves, she chose the life of a gracekeeper to atone for a long-ago mistake, for which she has never forgiven herself. Fate, however, will grant both women a chance at a new life when a storm brings them into each other's worlds. Their meeting will reverberate through both their lives, offering hope for a life and a future which neither had before thought possible. Sounds a little sad, but, again, could be good moving storytelling inspired by mythology, fairy tales, and Scottish folklore. Logan has crafted a fantastical world in which readers will find themselves immediately immersed. Her lyrical prose and spectacular imagery set the stage for the vivid exploration of love, family, and belonging that is The Grace Keepers. Available now in hardcover from Crown Books, The Grace Keepers. Okay. Chunky box from Tor, it looks like. Okay, I thought this might be this, and it is. It's Blood of the Cosmos. This is the finished copy of Kevin J. Anderson's the second book in his new series, The Saga of Shadows. This is a trilogy that is set in his Saga of the Seven Sons universe, which was like a massive 8-volume series or something, but apparently you can jump into this series cold, now in hardcover, from Tor Books. Okay, and here's a package from Pyre. And it's the finished copy of a book that I've already gotten in ARC form. This is Storm and Steel. It's the sequel to Blood and Iron. The author is John Sprunk. This is an epic fantasy saga, again, that I'm very eager to start, but didn't get around to the first one when it first came out. But now maybe I would like to read them both, because it's an empire at war, 3 fates intertwined. This comes out tomorrow in trade paperback. And I don't know, I mean, it looks like the kind of the thing that I could really be in the mood for. But of course, being book 2 of a series, I can't really read much in the way of synopsis here. Don't want spoilers. But it's part 2 of the Book of the Black Earth. That's the name of the series. And 3 fates intertwined. You have Horus the Magician, Jiram the Rebel and Alira the Spy. Dark conspiracies bubble to the surface as war and zealotry spread across the Empire. Old alliances are shattered, new vendettas are born, and all people, citizen and slave alike, must endure the ravages of storm and steel. So it's that kind of book, right? If you like that sort of thing, let me know. If you've read the first book in this series, also let me know. But in any event, this comes out tomorrow from Pyre, Storm and Steel by John Sprunk. Believe it or not, folks, we are nearing the bottom. Let's see. One more package from Random Penguin. Yes, Penguin Random House, I'm always going to call your company Random Penguin, simply because that is what you should have called it. And so I'm here to sort of make up for your shortcomings in that regard. Well, this looks kind of neat. This is an arc for a book that comes out on September 22nd from Del Rey. It's a book called Lightless. The author is C.A. Higgins, a riveting debut novel from, get this, a 23-year-old astrophysics major. Using her expertise, she spins an unforgettable story guaranteed to catapult readers beyond their expectations and into thrilling new territory. Let's see. Okay, this is the... Oh, well, let's see. It's not so much a synopsis as just a letter to reviewers. Okay. It says, Dear Reviewer, this is the contemporary space opera novel you've been waiting for. 23-year-old debut author C.A. Higgins sets the stage for her nail-biting, locked-in spaceship mystery with a small cast of characters on a single stage, an experimental military spacecraft called the Ananke. You think you know this story, but it's entirely original. Genre-defying, Lightless has all the elements to become a sensation. Okay, all right, well, there we go. Serving aboard the Ananke, a spacecraft launched by the ruthless organization that rules the solar system, computer scientist Althea has established an intense emotional bond, not with her two crewmates, but with the ship's electronic systems. When a pair of young fugitive terrorists gain access to the Ananke, Althea must do what she believes is right to defend her beloved ship. While one of the saboteurs remains at large somewhere on board, his captured partner, the enigmatic Ivan, may prove to be more dangerous. A handsome, perversely fascinating criminal whose silver tongue is his most effective weapon. He has long evaded the authorities' most relentless surveillance and kept the truth about his methods and motives well hidden. As the ship's systems begin to malfunction and the claustrophobic atmosphere is increasingly poisoned by distrust and suspicion, things begin to fall apart. The final pages of Lightless speed by as you rush to reach its climactic conclusion, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, lots of sales speak there. Space opera hard science thriller, sounds like. Lightless by C.A. Higgins, who is apparently a 23-year-old astrophysics major. Did they mention that part? Comes out in September 22nd from Del Rey. The final parcel. The final parcel is here. And it's a hefty one because it's got at least 2 things in it. And it is, yes, from Random Penguin. And we've got arcs continuing and in one case finishing up a series here. This is it, Half a War, Joe Abercrombie. 3rd book in that trilogy, July 28th comes out. So you know what that means for me, guys. Bang, bang, bang. All 3 books reviews in a row. I think that's how I'd like to do these. And the other is Fool's Quest, the sequel to Fool's Assassin. This is book 2 in Robin Hobb's new series. This one comes out August the 11th. And, ooh, hefty book here. But, yeah, this is a new series set in her trilogy. I think the Farseer trilogy, is it called? Yeah, that's it. You know, Assassin's Apprentice, etc., etc., those 3. This is a new series in that universe, and this is book 2, Fool's Quest, from Del Rey Books on August the 11th. Wow. Okay, that is it. That is what a 2-week mailbag looks like, you guys, and I must say, some pretty exciting, interesting stuff, some genuine surprises, I thought, some things that really interest me. What do you think? You know the drill if you're a longtime viewer, but if you're a brand new sub, well, here's how it works. Fire up those comments, let me know which of these books looks most exciting and interesting to you, which you want to see me prioritize in the review queue. And otherwise, leave a like if you enjoyed watching. Please share this video far and wide with your SFF rating friends, and above all, please subscribe. That is how SFF180 grows as a channel. And until I see all of you next time, happy reading, and I'll see you after Nebula Weekend.